Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. I am Ampersand Artisan. I'm actually Lucy. I just wanted to say Happy New Year and I hope you had a good Christmas. I thought I'd come on today to talk about plans ahead for the year. If you've got any New Year's resolutions or crochet makes that you want to do, let's have a chat. Put your comments below and tell me what you're up to. I don't know where to look because my camera's on its side and it's really weird, so I'm going to try and look over there where the lens is. I'm in my office, which is messy on that side of the room, but my desk is clear because I've been working on a model that I got given last year for my birthday, and it's an Airfix model from the 70s, I think. It's a vintage Airfix model train, steam train. What's this? It's a Battle of Britain class train, if that means anything. It's meant to look like that. I've never made one of these before, by the way. I'm very proud of myself because I did it. It took a few days. You have to paint it and it comes, I don't know, I've never done anything like it before. But I really enjoyed doing the painting bit, that was quite nice. Although I didn't know what colours to get, so I went by the picture and I got red stripe instead of an orange stripe. So this is what it actually looked. Well, this is what, hang on a sec, I have to get it in the right position. So yeah, I'm quite proud of that. I painted inside there. Is that in focus? Nope. Painted all these little bits on the back and on the wheels. Can you see the sticker is a bit shiny? So it's got coal, and that's the what do you call that? Fender? No. Oh, the back of the train. This is the front of the train. The wheels do go round, and yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet, but I enjoyed making it. I liked painting it, and yeah, it's got a red stripe on it. It's meant to be an orangey, or maybe a gold or a yellow or orange stripe, I don't know. So that took up a bit of time after Christmas and took away the Christmas blues. Definitely had the Christmas blues. I feel like this year has just been the same day over and over again for a whole year and nothing happened. And I don't want that to happen this year. So this year my resolution is I'm going to write down a good thing that happens every week. And I'm going to try and plan ahead a lot better. So I'm going to try and book some weekends away, some holidays and trips to see my family, and just like try and plan ahead, because I didn't do that last year. I was just like every day, same thing. I feel like the year just went so quickly and nothing happened. So a few things I'm not making resolutions. That is my resolution, to try and be a bit more organised, but I'm going to try and drink more water. I'm going to try and make my skin look better, and I'm going to try and do more walking and more cycling when it gets a bit sunnier, because it's freezing out there and it's not nice on the bike. Yeah, just try and get a bit fitter for the summer. And what else do I want to do? I joined a choir last year, community choir in Peterborough here, and that was really fun. So I'm going to carry on with that. We've got some shows coming up in March, July and November and December, so there is a whole calendar of events. That's one of my plans. Then also, what else? I've got some crochet plans. So the main thing I wanted to come on and show you is my plan for a temperature blanket for this year. I've never done one before, and my other plan is to finish off some things that I've started. I've got so many works in progress that I got stuck. I'll show you one actually. This is It's going to be a cushion. It looks really bright on there. It's not that bright, it's kind of muted colours. I think it's called the Bloom Cushion and it's Attic 24. It's one of Lucy's patterns. But I have done the back for it as well, which I've lost somewhere because I put it away because I couldn't find a cushion, and I found a really nice cushion at Christmas, and I was going to make it, and then I couldn't find the back, so I'm going to try and finish that off. I don't really want to redo the back because it's a pain. It takes ages to make. So that is definitely top of my list. Another thing I want to do is I got this lovely yarn kit for a birthday Christmas present. It's got, I don't know how many it's got actually. It's got loads. It's got 58 different little balls of yarn by, I don't know how to pronounce it. I think it's pronounced Scheepjes. Scheepjes. This brand, Scheepjes. Anyway, I was going to do a square with each of the colours and make a blanket out of the squares, but I've always liked mandala crochets. That's kind of what I started off with when I first learned to crochet, was mandalas. So like a round pretty crochet, and you can hang it on the wall, or so I was looking online for one of those, and I found Sophie's Universe. It's a pattern that has been, I don't know how long it's been out for. It's a free pattern. I think it was a crochet along thing where they release a bit of the pattern every week or every month. I can't remember now. There's one called Sophie's Garden and there's one called Sophie's Universe, I think, or it might have changed names, I'm not sure. Anyway, I've started and it's really pretty. It's got this lovely flower in the middle, which has got, I can't see the screen, so there's like 3 different colours there, I think, blended. It's not focusing. Anyway, I've done a different colour on every round, trying to match to the pattern as close as I can to what balls I've got in the kit. So yeah, so I stopped that. I did start that after Christmas, like on Boxing Day, and I got that far, but I had another thing that I needed to finish first. I got this lovely bag of yarn the other day from Lovecrafts. It wasn't too expensive. I spent maybe £30, and I did go through my stash to check that I'm not buying doubles, so I was very good. But I also bought some more pink colours for pigs, because my plan is to make some pigs every month, so I have lots of pigs ready for Christmas at the end of the year, for the pigs and blankets. So last year I ended up getting tennis elbow from crocheting. How rock and roll is that? Yeah, so I suffered for like 4 or 5 months with tendonitis, or tennis elbow is in your elbow, I think, up here. Tendonitis is this muscle here, connected to your wrist. So the only way to fix that is resting, which I didn't want to do, and it was my right arm, which is really difficult not to use, but it was so painful. I've never had anything like it before. I don't know if anyone else here has had this issue with crocheting, but just comment below, tell me your stories of pain, because I feel for you. It was really horrible. I'd almost lost grip in my hands. I couldn't lift heavy objects, and it was just pain. So I had some painkillers, didn't work. I had some deep tissue massage from a lovely lady called Jay, who lives near me. That really helped. Had maybe 3 sessions of that towards the end of me getting fed up with being in pain, basically. And I did some swimming like gentle exercise to try and strengthen my muscles a bit. And she taped me up with K-tape, which I've only seen on athletes and thought it was for sports people, you know, not normal people like me. But that really helped with the pain, so I recommend that if you have the same issue as me. But it really did take me kind of not doing any crochet for a while. So yeah, I don't want that to happen again, and I have noticed that my arm hurts recently because I've been doing a repetitive stitch on something. So I'm kind of pacing myself a bit so it doesn't happen again. And that's what I want to do. I want to make sure I do some pigs every month or something every month and spread it out over the year, instead of it coming to October and thinking, uh-oh, I need to do pigs. But yeah, that's a plan. That's a plan ahead thing. But I got loads of nice pink yarns, and I got this. I did use it on a few pigs this year. It's called Batik, Stylecraft Batik, and it's kind of mottled and it almost looks hand dyed, like a sprinkle of dye. It's really nice, and it's quite squishy, and I made a pig out of it actually, and it's really nice. So I've got some of that to do. Yeah, so I bought a bag of yarn because I'm doing a temperature blanket. If you've never done a temperature blanket, then you can do one now. It's the first week of January. I've got a week done already. So what it is you kind of end up with a blanket of your whole year showing the temperature of that year for every day. Or you can do a mood blanket, so you can make a note of your mood for that day and have a mood blanket for the year. So you can customize it to what you want to do. I have customized mine in a different way. I haven't seen it done before. Could be groundbreaking, but okay, so temperature blanket, I'm taking the high temperature and the low temperature for that day, and every day I'm making a granny square. So this is January the 1st. So as you can see, there's 3 colours. So I've decided to do the low temperature in the middle, the highest temperature in the next round, and then the third round I'm doing the weather that day. So the grey is rain. It rained that day. Oh, it's backwards. Oh, I lost it. Okay, so I think as I'm doing this, like as I've been doing it, I'm a bit worried about the colours because they look a bit murky. But I think when it's all done and it's all done together, it'll be really nice to see all the colours of the year. So I'm quite excited about that. The way I've done it, so it's a leap year this year. So there's 366 days in the year, and that makes it very difficult to do a good blanket because it's made up of rows and columns, and 366 doesn't do anything. It doesn't fit. So I saw somebody else had done this, and I've added squares for full moons. So there's 12 full moons in the year, and that gives me a good size blanket. So it's going to be 18 squares across, 21 down. And I think I'm just going to go across like this in the days. So I'll get to 18 and then I'll go 19, 20, 21 instead of going like this. Do you know what I mean? I'm going to do that because I think that will look better, but I'm not sure yet. Haven't decided. So I've done a full moon square out of some Stylecraft yarn, and let me see which is the one that I like. This one. So it's not white because, let me show you. So these are my colours. These are the cooler colours, getting to like warm colours, spring. Like this is 12, 13, 14, 15. which is kind of springy colours maybe, and then they go up this way, springy, summery, and then the really hot colours for the really high temperatures. So I did look back on 2023's temperatures so I could get an idea of what the highest temperature was and what the lowest temperature was, so that way I could plan out my numbers. So the lowest temperature I think in this area was like -4, so I've started at -6, which I think is a bit wishful thinking. Have I? -6, it's wishful thinking, but it goes up to -2, so there'll be something in there. And then I've done, each colour is almost, it's like 2 degrees, so hopefully I'll get 2 colours that, you know, I'm not going to get 2 samey colours. Like if it's, I don't want one square to be all the same colour. And I've also tried to kind of, so this side I haven't put that yellow next to that orange because I thought that maybe the colours like this would look better together. So I've tried to put colours that I think will look nice together, but there'll also be a bit of contrast as well. My highest temperature here is 34 degrees. So I think last year there was a moment of 32 or 34, I can't remember. I did write it down somewhere. Yeah, so hopefully if it's anything like last year, it could either be a little bit hotter, in which case I will probably just use the same hot colour, maybe, or a black or something, maybe black if it does go hotter. And then, so this is the different bit. I don't know where to look. I've added snow. This is cloudy day, which I'm saying is like overcast or a bit of sun, a bit of cloud, like a changeable day. This one I've added for sunny, like when there's just a blue sky day. It doesn't have to be hot or cold, it's just blue sky days. And then this dark grey graphite is rainy. So that could be rain, storm. And I'm thinking snow, maybe frost. I might, if we don't get any snow, I'll be really disappointed. So I might have to put in that as a frost as well. And then this blue, this is denim blue. It looks really bright there actually. That's going to be my joining colour. So each round will have 3 and then they'll be joined by blue. And I thought that blended well with everything. So, and I normally go for pink colours, so I thought it'd be nice to have a bit of blue. So yeah, I'm excited about this. I just want to get on with it. I think a lot of people do, they can, you know, they might pick a favourite year or a special year to them, say the year their baby was born, or, you know, the year they got married. That's a nice thing to do because you can look back over that year. You can Google it and find out the date, the temperatures. So that's quite a nice idea for a wedding present or something, you know, if you're making for somebody else. But yeah, I thought I'd just do this year and do it as it comes every day instead of looking back, because I didn't think last year was that great anyway. So that is my plan. And then I'll put in a full moon on the same day. It's such a nice yarn, this. It's oh, what's it called? The Heathers, Stylecraft Heathers. Please get in focus. You can't see, can you? Oh. Anyway, this is like a blue with a fleck of, what other colour? It's like, it's got some purple in there, it's got some green in it. It looks really bright on this camera, that's because the window is just there. It's kind of a navy blue, but with the flecks in it. And the grey, oh please focus. No, you can't see. The grey's got some nice, like, I thought it really looked like the moon, even though it's, this is the one I think. You can't see, can you? The one thing that annoys me is that because it's a light and a dark colour, when you do the circle in the square, you have to join. And you can see the edge, like it's not a straight circle. It looks like it's got little arms coming out. It's just the way the stitches are, and it bothers me. But I think when it's all done together, it's not going to bother me. So it does at the moment when I'm looking at it like that, but I can't work out another way to get to join without showing that. So yeah, it'll be nice. It'll be nice when it's all done, and you'll see where the full moons come in, which is quite nice because I quite like a full moon. My other tip for people doing this, I was going to show you skewer, because I really want to keep these in order. So I'm putting like day 1, day 2, and I'm putting them on a skewer in order, so then I won't get them muddled up when it comes to sew them, crochet them together. Yeah, so that's my main project for the year, and I'm looking forward to seeing it all come together, and hopefully I can keep it going throughout the year and not get too far behind, because I know what it will be a pain. Another tip, sew in your ends as you're going along, like darn in all the colour changes. So I've done some here, but you don't want to get to having 365 little squares and then at the end you've got to sew in all these little ends, because you'll go crazy. It's horrible. It's definitely the worst job ever. Yeah, I was gonna tell you how I have this bag that should be prettier, and I have all these pegs. So this is how I pick colours basically. I spread all these out on my desk and I try and, this is what I used to do. I used to tie them to the wrapper, but that gets really messy. I've got so many boxes of them now. Also, the type of yarn that you use, I decided to go with Stylecraft Special DK. It looks like this. Let's see what other colours I've got in here. This is the denim. It looks so blue there, it's not. It's like a muted, if I get close up, nope. Cannot tell. Anyway, I bought the Stylecraft DK because it was the first yarn that I used really, that I really like. Like everything I do is made out of this, and it's nice. It's not perfect, but the main thing I picked it for is the colours. There are 100 colours to choose from in Special DK. I do have a few issues with the yarn, and I think a lot of people do, to be honest. Aspen is really, really thin, and I don't know, out of all of these colours, I don't know why that one is really thin. I haven't tried some of the other colours actually. I haven't used all of them this week, but as I was doing this Aspen yesterday, it was really annoying me because as I was crocheting, it kind of unravelled. I don't know why that particular one, maybe the colour yarn, maybe the dye does something to the yarn, I don't know. But every now and then I find a yarn in that range, it's just really annoying and really thin, like there's no consistency to different yarns. And when I picked the yarn, I picked because of the colours, and there were so many colours. I think I've got 19 or 20, 21. I've got quite a lot of colours here. And yeah, I would have gone for the thicker yarn, Aran weight, or so Stylecraft do DK, they do Aran, they do chunky and super chunky, I think they call it. It's not that thick though, but the Aran is nice. It is definitely bouncier, kind of, you notice the difference between DK and Aran, but they've only got like 40 colours, maybe less, maybe 40 to 50 colours, and a lot of them were out of stock when I went to order. So I was a bit, there's not as much choice, and I don't know why. What is it? Why can't they just do exactly the same colours in a thicker yarn? Must be a marketing thing. They don't want, I don't know, must be a cost or marketing thing, either way. So yeah, I went with DK even though I wanted to do a chunkier yarn. and it's fine, it'll be alright. When it's all done, it'll be nice. But yeah, Stylecraft, if you're starting out, it's a good starter yarn. It's acrylic, it's fairly cheap. It has gone up in price. I think a couple of years ago it did go up in price and everyone was up in arms about it. So I think it costs about £2.25 a ball, which is cheap. I just inhaled some yarn hair. In the beginning, just before lockdown, I think it was £1.80. And my discount code gave me last year's price, you know, so it was cheaper to buy £1.80. But a lot of people don't like using acrylics, and this one seems to wash well. It lasts a long time. The colours are nice and bright, and then they've got some nice muted colours as well. So I do think it's a really good yarn. But if you're a beginner, I would start with a chunkier yarn, because that thinness, the inconsistencies in different colour yarns drives me crazy. I think it's rubbish. Don't know why it happens. But yeah, the Heathers range is a nice, they have nice colours. So they're all named after like Scottish, like there's one called Loch Lomond, I think, and there's Thistle, I can't remember the other colours, salmon pink. So they're all like Scottish, and they're all mixed, like kind of tweedy colours. They're really nice, but they're also really splitty. So like when you're crocheting, it unravels a bit, and it goes like that. Can you see? So if you're learning to crochet, and that happens every time you're twisting your hook, you know, you're twisting your hook around the yarn, your yarn around the hook, and it unravels, it really puts you off, because it takes ages to put your hook in, and it is really off-putting. And yeah, that's why I think you have to persevere when you first start crocheting. What do you think? Has this happened to you? Like when I first started, I actually didn't, my first blanket was Stylecraft, but I went to Hobbycraft and I bought one of their yarns, their own brand yarns, and it's like a cotton mixed with acrylic. So it's not stretchy, it's got lots of colour in it, and it's quite soft as well. It's a nice yarn. I think it was about £3.50 a ball. And I did a lot of yarn bombing and like postbox toppers, and it was to go outside, so I didn't want to spend lots of money on the yarn, so I didn't buy like wool or, you know, a natural fibre yarn, but I thought the cotton would make it last a bit better outside, and it did, and it was good, but they don't have as many colours. So yeah, that is the reason I went with Stylecraft for this blanket, and actually everything I do, I really like the colours. So I know there's some new colours that are kind of matching these colours in different brands. So they try and keep the same colour range that gives you an option of choosing different brands if you didn't want to go with Stylecraft. Wool Warehouse, I think, have got their own brand, Create. So they're doing copies of the colours but in their brand. And I think this other brand that's in my box here, Scheepjes, I don't know how you pronounce that. It's Dutch, Swedish, actually don't know, I should look that up. Is it Scheepjes? It might be Scheepjes. I've never heard anybody pronounce it, but they do an acrylic yarn in bigger balls like this, and they kind of have a matching, their colours match the Stylecraft colours. So yeah, different people like different yarns. The Women's Institutes have got a nice yarn that they sell at Hobbycraft, which is quite nice actually. It's quite soft, quite puff, oh, I don't know how you explain it, quite soft and quite fluffy. It feels nice, and it's alright to crochet with, but it's a bit more expensive than Stylecraft. That's in Hobbycraft. They're normally on like 3 for 2 offers, but they also don't have as many colours as this. So yeah, I think I'll stick with this. It gives lots of options, and I'll just have to be frustrated about the inconsistencies in the yarn. I just don't understand it. It's the same yarn, just dyed in different colours. So why is it different for different colours? It shouldn't be different. I know it's cheap, but it's not good. It's not perfect product. Rant over. So yeah, I've showed you my mandala, I've showed you my cushion, I've showed you my temperature blanket. What else? That's it really. And I decided to make myself a pig for the tree. I'm gonna get it, hang on a sec. Here's my little piggy. Please focus. Doesn't want to focus. Oh, there, can you see? It's so pretty. It's actually a bit more muted than that because the window is just there. It's making everything really bright. Can you see? Oh, it doesn't want to focus. So yeah, and I've used this, the new yarn that I bought, which is quite nice. It's like painted. Can you see my little piggy? Oh, and it's actually got different eyes on it. So I've been putting googly eyes on them, which I actually do like the googly eyes. But I bought these are safety eyes that you put on toys and dolls and things. A lot of people make their own cuddly toys. So they do have, when they're in the lights, they do actually look like they're lit up. They've got a little shine on them. So that's my pig, my own pig. Oh, and there's this curly tail. Oh, you see? I know. I think they're so cute. I hope everyone adopts a pig next Christmas, or this Christmas. So yeah, that's my update for the year. It's not a massive update, but we've talked about temperature blankets. We've talked about new yarn, New Year's resolutions. What else? Is anyone doing dry January? I am. I'm gonna see. I did it last year as well, and I lasted for ages. Last year I didn't bleach my hair. Look, I've been trying to make my hair get better because I did dye it an awful lot and it dyed. So last year I didn't bleach my hair at all. I only put colour on the ends. It didn't help that much, I don't think. It's still a bit horrible. But I'm going to keep doing that this year. I'm not going to bleach my hair. I'm not wearing nail varnish. I'm using natural deodorants. I'm going to do dry January, do more walking, do more exercise, and be more organised. So yeah, if anyone here is watching now and then they join me in a few months, let me know how far I've slipped. I'm not going to slip. I'm not going to give up. What else has happened? I think that's it. This has been a really long video. I was going to do some crochet today. I was going to show you how to make these squares and show you about how bad quality that greeny colour is, but I don't think I will. So if there's anything you want me to show you, I would do some close-up videos. Just thought I'd show my face today because normally it's just, you just see my hands. But it's very dark in here, so I don't think I've got a very good desk space for the light. Next time. It doesn't really get sunny in here. And the other room, I don't have anywhere to sit near the window, so yeah, this is a good room. It's just not great for desk stuff. But you can see me and we can chat. So message me if you need help with anything and I'll do a video on it. Share this video with your friends if you want to do some crochet together. Oh, I didn't show you this hook. This is one of the ones that I made to go in my kits. It's all sparkly and I thought it would go really well with my full moon. This is what I'm using for my temperature blanket. I'm showing you now, so in case I forget and in 6 months time when I'm way behind on my temperature blanket. I've forgotten what hook I've used. It's this one. It's 4mm, I think. I normally use 3.5, but seems okay. Okay, I'm gonna go. I haven't got anything else to say. This has been me rambling. New Year 2024, my first video. Hooray! Okay, so if you'd like this video, subscribe, send me a message or email me. You can email me at ampersandartisan@gmail.com. I have a website that I will link below because I can't remember the site. It's a WordPress page. I have Facebook. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and here, of course. So send me a message, like my video, and let's crochet together. Less bitching, more stitching.